I'm Mark and welcome to the current Outside Views report on Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine. The Russian ruble passed the 100 ruble to US dollar mark on its week-long slide. In Moscow Stock Exchange trading on last Monday morning, a dollar cost 101.16 rubles as reported by the state news agency Tass. The euro was quoted at 110.3 rubles. According to the information, the Russian currency was last this week at the end of March 22. An economic advisor to President Vladimir Putin, Maxim Oreshkin, blamed the central bank's easy monetary and credit policies for the crash. The increase in consumer credit is of particular concern, as the former economy minister wrote in an article for Tass. However, the central bank has all the means to normalize the situation in the near future, he says. After the attack on Ukraine ordered by Putin, the ruble exchange rate was even weaker in February and March 22. Then the head of the central bank, Elvira Nabiullina, who actually wanted to resign, managed to stabilize the currency. Among other things, she introduced controls on the movement of capital. The current downturn began with a mutiny of Wagner's private army and its chief Yevgeny Prigozhin in June. This triggered deep insecurity. A number of economic problems in the belligerent and sanctioned country come together in the weakness of the ruble. According to Moscow, the economy has grown as a result of government spending on the war, and the population has money in their hands. But imports have become more expensive as a result of the sanctions. At the same time, Russian revenues from oil and gas exports have fallen. The Western sanctions against Russia are a series of economic and financial restrictions imposed on Russia by the United States, the European Union, and other countries in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The sanctions are designed to cripple the Russian economy and make it difficult for the Russian government to finance its war effort. The sanctions have had a significant impact on the Russian economy. The value of the ruble has plummeted, inflation has soared, and many businesses have suspended operations in Russia. The sanctions have also made it difficult for Russians to access foreign currency and to make international payments. The sanctions have also had a political impact. They have isolated Russia from the West and made it more difficult for Russian President Vladimir Putin to build international support for his war. The sanctions have also contributed to growing anti-war sentiment in Russia. The sanctions are likely to have a long-term impact on Russia as well, and they will make it difficult for Russia to recover from the economic damage caused by the war and will weaken its position in the world. The United States and the European Union have frozen the assets of Russian banks and individuals and have prohibited them from doing business with Western financial institutions. And this has made it difficult for Russia to raise money and to conduct international trade. And the United States and the European Union have banned the export of a wide range of goods and technology to Russia, including semiconductors, aircraft, and oil field equipment. And this has made it difficult for Russia to maintain its military and industrial capabilities. And the United States and the European Union have banned travel by Russian officials and oligarchs. This has made it difficult for them to conduct business and to travel abroad. And the United States and the European Union have made it more difficult for Russians to obtain visas to travel to their countries. This has made it difficult for Russians to visit family and friends and to do business in the West. The sanctions are likely to have a significant impact on the Russian economy and the country's ability to wage war in Ukraine. They will also make it more difficult for Russia to integrate into the global economy in the future. And if you want to know more about the developments in this war, the next video is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.